Well, it's the start of another week, and this week we're going to start off things by trying to get our canola cut. Still got a couple things to do. We actually have to throw a little coolant in the old freight shaker over there. And then we got the old farm all warming up so we could put the auger over in our bin there. Well, we are all set up here. Only thing left we need now is a little canola to put in there. While I wait to get loaded, I figured I'd show you guys kind of what the canola plants actually look like here. So these things are actually pretty tall. They're probably about 3 feet tallish. And we did have some hail damage down on this north end here. But the south end is doing a little bit better. But you can see it's just a skinny little teeny tiny pod we got here. And then you got your little teeny tiny canola seeds there. Man, they're just little tiny black seeds. Some people swath it, help it dry down, but all of ours seems to be pretty dry just by itself here. So pretty nice cutting stuff actually. Only thing you don't want to do is have it balling up too much and getting stuck in the header there. But it's been working pretty good so far this morning. Getting some of that canola all unloaded here. I figured I'd show you guys kind of what it looks like though. So yeah, just a bunch of little tiny black seeds. Showed off just a few earlier, but this is kind of a whole handful of them. They definitely have kind of a weird smell to them too, is the thing. During Sunday morning's farming simulator stream, we were kind of talking about duct tape, and this is one of the important jobs for having some duct tape, and actually a little rock too. So for canola and mustard, since they're so small, we do like to kind of duct tape the door all up, get some of these little cracks and stuff all filled in, that way nothing escapes out of it. But what I like to do on this top part of the door here is it kind of slides back and forth. What I like to do is just find a little pebble and then I'll shove it between the bar and kind of the little lip there. And that'll just hold it tight there, and then I'll end up duct taping all along the top of the door there. Another nice thing about canola and mustard and wheat is they're all pretty nice and quiet going through the auger too. So when we start cutting those chickpeas, I'll have to have a recording of the chickpeas going through the auger, because it just about sounds like rocks going through the auger when you're putting peas through there. We got the canola finished up this morning, so the next job is going to be some more harrowing again. But first off, we need to get a little fuel in the old Case IH here. So we're just fueling it up right now. And then while we're waiting, we're also going to check the oil, which is over here on this side. Right there's our oil dipstick on the 9280 here. And then we'll grease everything up, and we should be able to go get some harrowing done then. Alright, here we go again, getting some harrowing done, this time on the canola that we just finished up cutting this morning, and it's all working pretty good so far, no problems. So only thing I had to do was make sure I didn't hit the combine, because it's still sitting in the corner of the field down there. That's kind of the nice thing about canola too, it's not as flammable, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about any rocks or anything out here today. Gorgeous Friday morning here. Well, we're going to start things off today by firing up the old Case. We're actually going to move the Harrow, fold it all up, because my dad's going to come grab it because he needs to use it now, and we're done with it. So figured I'd show you guys how this thing actually folds back up. So only one hydraulic lever we're actually going to be using right now, but I had you guys mount it up on the chair. That way you can see what's going on back there. Anyways, just start pulling this guy forward and lifting those things up, and it is extremely simple folding this thing. Just away we go. Until it pops all the way up like that. Then we're going to put our locks in real quick. Up. Hopefully. Oh, sorry, I kind of moved you guys there. Like I said, you're kind of mounted up on the seat here right now. And just like that, heavy Harrow's all ready for transport mode and can go over back to my dad's place. Well, Harrow's unhooked and ready to go back to my dad's. Case has got a little more work to do out here though. To end off the week, we've got a fun little project here. So this pivot track ended up getting a little bit deep. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that, but I don't think the tire's even touching the ground. I think it's just hanging up on the frame right now. So yeah, this one got a little too deep, and we're going to try to fix the problem by hopefully getting it moved out onto a little bit flatter ground. It might be too stuck to even do that though. And then we're gonna put on some rubber tires with the tracks to hopefully solve that problem, and then we shouldn't have an issue with it in the future, because those tracks have been working extremely well actually. I'm really liking those. These plastic ones just don't have enough give to get rid of all the mud. Ends up kind of caking up on there. But the very first thing we're gonna have to do is get this trailer unloaded here. Well, that wasn't too bad. Definitely didn't take very long or anything. We've got all the tools we should need right here. Our tires, tracks. Next step's gonna be seeing if we can actually move the pivot. I'm kind of doubtful it's gonna actually move it. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna actually have to run up to the north pivot, grab a tractor, come back. That way we can get this thing lifted up. All right, we got the tractor out here, chained up. We got this tire lifted up here. It was kind of interesting pulling out of there. It was super stuck in that mud. But we're gonna actually grab the shovel over there and fill some of this in just so it's a little bit more flat. Make it a lot simpler for when we put those tracks on here. Plastic wheel is off. Next step's gonna be put the rubber tire on there. Rubber tire is on. Time to grab one of the tracks and slap them on there. There we go. Got that track on that tire. Now we just got one more tire to do. Man, it's getting hotter out here too. It's about 85 right now. But thankfully we're doing it today and not tomorrow, because it's supposed to be 100 degrees tomorrow. But anyways, I'm gonna take all this down. I'm gonna have to run the tractor all the way around the pivot to get over to this other side. I'm gonna finish that up, and I'm gonna call it a week after that though. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week.